Hello everybody, today is a sponsored video by Carpuride, and this is going to be a review video. Carpuride is a CarPlay type unit that works with Android Auto or with Apple CarPlay, and you'll be able to combine your phone with it to have a better riding experience on your motorcycle. And for safety, you'll have front and rear cameras. It will be able to record all time, and it is a unit that will work better in the heat. It'll work better for your touch screen and all. It'll work better in the rain. It is the ideal safety unit if you're going to be riding pretty much anywhere in the world, but I'm going to speak to you even about where I'm at right now here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, as a foreigner riding, or even as a Filipino, it's usually who has the bigger vehicle or the nicer ride. Whether you were right or wrong, they're going to find you liable.
You know, I don't know if they just weren't trained in the information systems and the computer programs that they had, or they just simply didn't have the mental capacity to follow, a simple program.
It's been documented out there again and again of that happening. So it's very important that you have video proof if you're in an accident or something as to what happened, and it can save you a lot of trouble. Families are going to demand justice even if you were in the right.
A riot is an ugly thing.
Somebody that didn't have a license, somebody that wasn't wearing a helmet, driving crazy. Maybe they've had too much to drink or under some other influence, and they were at total fault, but you can't prove it. You could find yourself in jail.
How are you feeling, man? What's going on?
I'm tired of being in jail.
In trouble, owing the family a lot of money, protesting for justice, your safety and all. So this particular unit would be able to keep you out of a lot of trouble. So if you're a safe rider and you follow the rules and the laws, and the video evidence is not going to be self-incriminating to you, it could be the very thing to save you and keep you out of a lot of trouble. I really suggest it. And on top of the video that could really save you, plus you not being distracted, looking at a cell phone, fighting with a cell phone that's not working right in the heat or in the rain, and therefore you will be able to use this a lot smoother with thumb controls, with a better touch screen than what the cell phone would have, like in hot conditions or in wet conditions. Probably a brighter screen, and it won't damage your phone. Your phone is not made to be out in those elements. The phones are a lot of times more expensive than this unit is. So this will also save your phone. And let's look at it right here. This is the W603 Plus, and let's give it a look. And at the end of the video, there's going to be a code you can use, and if you'll use that code when you purchase units, you'll get an additional discount, and plus it'll help us, it'll give us a little credit with them and all, and I really appreciate that. So let's have a look at it for your motorcycle W603 Plus Carpuride.
Oh no!
Wait. Oh, this ain't it. Hold on. Here it is right here. Let's just get this out of the way. Alright, so here we go right here. Just having a little fun with you guys there. Hope it didn't scare nobody. Maybe my sponsor, they watched this, said, oh my God, what did he do to our CarPlay? Let's check this out. Motorcycle CarPlay. We've got voice controls, TF card, navigation, IP67, waterproof navigator, Carpuride. And this model is the 603 Plus, but if you go to their website, they have many other models that may fit your need better, or this may be the perfect one for you. So let's take a little look inside and let's see what they got right here. And there's the unit right there. Wiring. This one's set up with the ball mount. Let's remove this foam out of the way right here. Overall first impression of the unit. Which just has a protector I can peel off of it right now. And that'll give it a little bit more luster. And this is all set with a mount. Let's look here at these cables. The cables all come out that's going to go to your different locations. Right here you've got for your rear cam. Let's see, right here you got your front camera, and this other one right here is labeled your power. That's going to hook up to your power there on your bike. And this one here is to your controller, and you'll mount these on your handlebar, and you'll have a little thumb control there on the bike, which is pretty nice to be able to mount those there on the handlebar. So pretty straightforward, right? I mean, super easy on figuring that out because it's all labeled. It has really good connectors on it right here. You can unscrew and unscrew it a little bit more, and we'll pull that apart. Yeah, nice little connectors right there. Should be all good and weatherproof, and this should be pretty straightforward. You should have, I'm guessing right here, your ground, your power, and probably one's going to be a key power and maybe one not. We'll look in the book and we'll verify that. Let's move on right here. Because like I say, I hadn't even checked this out yet. I'm unboxing it with you guys. So we have one of the cameras here. Let's see if it says which one. Rear. This is your rear camera. But here's the little mount. It's got 3M tape on the back, or you can screw it down, either one. I would prefer to have it screwed down. And so here's the other camera. Let's take it out of the bag here. It's probably going to be about the same. Second verse, same as the first. And this one's going to be marked as your front one. And again, little mount, 3M, all the same. This is the clamp and the rest of the hardware that clamp it all together, to put together and mount it on the bike. Has some of your bolts that you're going to need, the nuts, a little Allen wrench in there, a couple of them looks like for the different sizes, all the little pieces and that. And pretty straightforward. I guess you don't want to have too much in there, right? And here is the manual on it. 6.3 inch screen, wireless CarPlay Andriod Auto touch screen for motorcycle, dual camera, Bluetooth, IP67 waterproof, and TF audio. And it'll have all your instructions on mounting and everything here on it. Looks like it's a well-made sheet. I tell you what, I get some of these products in and they're like just printed off of a printer, and they're fuzzy and can't hardly read them. And this is a really nice little book right here. Yeah, they put this together really good, the way it should be. So I'm impressed with that right off the bat. It's got their support. And I wanted to point this out too. I know it keeps saying Android, but this also covers Apple CarPlay also. Andriod Auto and Apple CarPlay. So it's very important that you know that, because you know, you didn't see it here and you think, well, I don't use Android, I use Apple, and then you think you're being left out of the game, but you are included. You are included. So here we are right here having a look. Just kind of giving it a little over glance right here of the things that's got in here. Of little troubleshooting section in here too, and how to solve everything. Talking about the wire controller right here. The main interface. It's pretty straightforward, it seems like. Then here's about Apple CarPlay use, giving all the breakdown on that. The Android Auto, about Wi-Fi video, that's interesting. Yep, and what else we got here? How to enter the recording mode on the dash cam, front and rear, and getting them all set up in the different modes for them, the playback, how to set it all up. General settings for your brightness, your assistive touch. I know that you can adjust that if it's been raining or wet conditions. Clear connections, touch mode, camera settings, system settings, adjust the brightness. Curious to how bright the screen is. That's also very important. And after sale service, and it talks about that. So here you go, and their email support. My KTM bike has its own display, but it doesn't have CarPlay or maps or anything like that. It's more or less just a digital dash. Your bike may not have none of that. It may have the standard old gauges and all, but this doesn't offer me anything like navigation or anything like that. So that's going to be a big plus. Now, like I say, I've tried carrying a cell phone up here. I even doubled the mount. So this is actually 2 mounts, and I pull it up and I put it in between them for extra security. But and it is in rubber, but it's not good for my phone, and I could tell it wasn't good for my phone. In fact, it was overheating it, and it's a very expensive phone. The phone cost a whole lot more than this Carpuride CarPlay system right here. So I'm really happy to be making this change. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of this. I do not plan on carrying my phone up here anymore. I had already quit carrying it. These could have already been removed. And in fact, my tank bag is also made to where I could carry a phone right here. But it was the same thing. Even though it had a little bit of a shading here for this particular brand that I bought, it was still getting hot in there, and it was also difficult on the touchscreen. Here is everything laid out right here. Here's your unit, here's your cameras, here's your mount, the hardware for the mount, your tools for it, the bolts and all. Now, these have different spacers that you can put in for different thicknesses of what you're mounting it on. You can space it up differently. Yeah, like I may want to put one of these in mine and get it down about this size. I hadn't tried yet. I need to go over and try. But you would snap those in. See, they have a little groove on the back, and there's a little groove down in here. And you would snap that together, really simple. Clamp it on your bike, see if it fits. If it doesn't, you can add additional other little bushings in. See, this has also got a slot in it. You can put in right there. You could put one in over here, and you can add additional bushings in. It comes with many different ones, different thicknesses. For me, I have a couple options. On my KTM, this is a mount that you can buy, and it mounts into a factory made place right there for it, and you can clamp things around right here on that bar, or I could clamp it possibly even right down here on the handlebar itself. So I could possibly put it down there. Only thing I don't like on that is my ignition is right behind it, and I would have to reach behind there every time. But if I want to stay looking more straightforward while I'm riding, up here is definitely probably going to be a better choice. And now that's about the way of my ignition, as well as my other display right there. So I'm going to find a bushing to get this down smaller and see if we can mount it in right there. I think that's going to be pretty good. Right there, I need to get that little nut. So I'm going to cut these little factory ends off, because this KTM comes with accessory plugs already in the back. One that's full-time power, that's fused, and one that's on key accessory. So I'm going to be using those. And this is the full-time pipe right over here. I mounted the front camera right here at the windshield, and I only use the 3M backing that's on here right now. But if I have to, I will drill a couple small little holes and put screws. After I test this, I make sure that everything seems to be good with it. But it's got a good angle right there, and I'm happy with that. Got all the wiring ran down through behind the panel here. And I want to show you how I went about attaching it in to the power. So luckily on this particular KTM motorcycle, it has back right down in here, it has two accessory plugs. One plug is full-time 12 volt straight from the battery, but it has a fuse. And the second one is key switched. So on this Carpuride Carplay system right here, it has two power wires. It has a red and a yellow. One of them being to a full-time hot and the other one being to your keyed switch. If you don't have it to a switch, well then the unit's going to stay on all the time. So lucky that those were back in here. I ran the wire in right here. I put on these ends right here because these fit perfect over the ends to the factory connectors here on the motorcycle, and they're already insulated. So that worked out very well for me. And there was a ground back there also, so there's nothing attached directly to my battery post. Your installation may be different. And speaking of installation, this is something that a novice can do without a problem. You know, if you're just, mildly inclined at doing these things, it's nothing difficult at all about it. But if you're unsure or worrying about endangering your bike or anything, you don't know where your electrical ports and stuff are, take it to a shop and let them do it. They probably won't charge you very much. But I did mine myself, but you be responsible for your bike. So I'll put the seat back on, and it's all tucked in nice and neat. So got that, I got it mounted up here. You see the mounting, this is all fully adjustable with this ball. I really like where it is, the view is just perfect. So I have my display here. It's very comparable in size with the factory KTM display. And we'll turn it on here and you'll see it boot up here in just a second. And this is already set up to my Android Auto on here. I went in and did a connection between the two, and it instantly recognized. Instant did Android Auto so fast, so easy. Even right now, it's working off the maps off my phone here, showing our location, dead on where I'm at. Let's go back here. I can switch here on these thumb controls, and that's another nice little thing. It has these little thumb controls. I can switch that without even touching the screen. There is my rear camera. There's my maps, and this will also control if you have a phone call going on. So here's some of the options that you have on here. You can see you have your maps, game, snacks, calendar, your messenger, messages, all little settings and stuff, exit. You've got your Spotify right here. There's Viber, many of the apps, WhatsApp, a lot of the apps that I have here on my phone that work along with CarPlay are all right there. Right here I can choose to go back home. Right here we have the rear camera, and it's oriented to where this is the correct looking at it for what's on my right side. This is correct looking on it, and there is adjustments in there that you could change that if you want. Here's the front camera facing the door right here, so you can have a split view with them. Yep, and there's just the front one only. There's just the back one only, just by swiping your finger. There it is. There it is. We can go back home right there. Lots of neat features on here. Like I say, we'll sit right up with CarPlay. You have a brightness setting on here. I have it on manual right now. You can put it on auto. We'll take it back home. Well, it's at home right now. So we can go in here. There's a settings menu. It's stop recording, and that's the nice thing about this. It's always recording and keeping a file. Now you have this assistive touch, and it says turn on or turn off. You can, let's see right here, we can show this too, touch mode, rainwater mode, and normal mode. So if it's a little bit wet, You can have it in rainwater mode and it will help out with that. I'm gonna put it in normal mode right now so we have a faster touch on it. Just a lot of really nice settings. Like I say, you have the auto mode right here on brightness. Very nice. Really neat little unit. There is a memory card underneath right here. There's a door, see it starting recording. And there is a memory card right underneath the bottom right in here. But you can't just easily get to it. You will have to have a screwdriver and remove 2 screws out and remove a little door right there. Alright, so there you have it. That's the Carpuride W603. I really hope you like this unit. If it's something you're interested in, follow the link that'll be in the description in the video here. And there will be a code right here, a coupon code. It'll save you 30% on the unit if you'll use that code. And really would appreciate that. I'm going to be doing follow-up videos on this. This is not going to be the only video. This is like an introduction video to the unit. And I'm going to do follow-ups on it as I go out and do rides. This will work with your intercom system. You can listen to music at the same time. You can listen to it without having to have your phone out and going through menus and stuff so you're not distracted. Really will keep your safety up. There's a lot of features to it that will unfold over time, and I'll include it, showing you tidbits of it all during our different motorcycle videos coming up. And Mel and I, we're going to be going out and riding more. We got new microphones, we got new camera. Our audio should be a whole lot better now, more stable footage. And we are going to be planning some trips away from just right here. It won't be so much just about a motorcycle ride video. It'll also be showing you some other places here, like in the Philippines on the islands that you can go to and see and all. And I hope it's videos that you'll enjoy. Again, thank you for watching this video today for the Carpuride Carplay unit. And I hope it's something that you're very interested in. I hope it's something that fits great with this vlog. If you think so, comment down below. If you have any experience with this unit, comment down below. Good or bad, share it with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget the coupon code. It'll all be listed in the description to this video, and it'll be right here on the screen also. Coupon code Texas Filipino for 30% off. Thank you very much, and we will see you on the next ride.
Woo, woo, woo.